Steve Jobs changed the world, but did he make it a better place? That's a question I often ask myself. Why do I say this? The world has changed since smartphones have come into our lives, our society, our family, our friends. Like, those relationships are so different now. Like, they're so totally different. As you may know, I ditched my smartphone about 6 months ago, and it's been an enlightening journey. It's been amazing. I have learned so much about myself, about who my friends are, about how to communicate. And I just want to share that story. So I'm a millennial, born 85. My first phone was a Nokia 3310. So, which is my current phone right now, which is really dope. So like, the only thing you could ever do with a Nokia 3310 was call, text, play Snake, and make some ringtones. Remember good old days when we used to make ringtones? That was it. Like, there was no internet. Then I think around 2004, smartphones really became popular. And this was back to like our guy, Steve Jobs. God bless you. I hope you're resting well. And yeah, I think I got my first smartphone like around 2010, maybe. I don't know. I'm just spitballing. So it was okay. It wasn't as invasive as it is now, in my opinion. I was on High Five. High Five is like a social media. It was what was there before Facebook. So I was on High Five. I was on Facebook when people used to write on walls and say happy birthday and poke you. So weird, random, right? And then yeah, I was on that smartphone until, say, fast forward to about like 2018 when I moved to Kenya. And hey, Kenya, we are the social media country. Yani, if you have to call customer care, you have to go through Twitter. Like today, for example, I had an issue like logging into my bank account. I was on the phone like literally for an hour, and I could see people on Twitter are getting served faster than the person on the phone. So it's just that aspect of like, especially the customer care in Kenya, like there's this focus, and I think it's quite laziness of like, I will serve you on Twitter. That is, to me, that is not really professional. Like, if you have a hotline to call, respond to that. But anyway, I digress. So Kenya, social media, it's a big thing. And then my second issue is WhatsApp. How Kenyans use WhatsApp is so interesting for me. First of all, the groups, the WhatsApp groups, yeah, we know them. The funeral groups, the wedding groups, the high school group, the primary group. Like, I really don't want to be part of all those groups. I want to come in if we're like, hey, we're celebrating 10 years out of high school. Let's form a group and let's dismantle it. Let's just dissolve that group. But staying on that group, and then people are sending you memes and TikToks and just weird things. Sometimes you're like, why are you sending this on WhatsApp? Is usually my question. But I also found like there are no boundaries on WhatsApp. People will tend to just text you at any time and want a response and think you're always available and, oh, you blue ticked me. You know, like, nah. Also the WhatsApp groups I hate is the work WhatsApp groups. No. Let's not do WhatsApp. That's why tools like Slack were invented. And I think that's like one of the main reasons I left WhatsApp, because there's this need to, let's join the work WhatsApp group. And you're like, no. There's also this statuses. Like, I don't know. I feel very... Sometimes you look at people WhatsApp statuses and you're like, oh my God, why do I even have this person's number on my phone book? For me, that's kind of where I was like, I canceled WhatsApp. I was like, I really don't need it. I told my family group, if you guys need to talk to me, call me, text me. That's where I'm at, and you'll always get a response from me. And then I was still kind of on social media, but like with my Pilates business. But one thing I've realized, like with, especially, I don't know, maybe it's just like in the fitness space, like I wasn't getting any clients on my Instagram business account. Like, more people came through me searching through Google or, word of mouth or referral. And it wasn't adding any value. So I slowly like removed WhatsApp for my life as well, and Facebook, and I never got into Snapchat. I don't get it. Twitter, I was on it for a while, but Twitter, I feel like it brought out emotions of like frustration, anger, like you're reading someone's tweet and what other people are replying, and you just like seriously get angry. So for me, Twitter also, I was just like, yeah, I don't need this. I mean, it's hard. It's hard now trying to get like KPLC or Safaricom or the bank to respond to you. But yeah, it's what you get for living like Twitter. Yeah, so I kind of left all that. And then late last year, my phone broke. And I was just like, perfect. The stars have aligned. Let me just get a Kabambe or a feature phone or a brick phone. And it has been great. I know I always get this question because I'm in tech. I am a chief product officer, but you're in tech. How do you not have a smartphone? Like, I am not off the internet. I am not off the grid. I love the internet. Like, the internet to me is a great place to get information. I love the value it adds for me, how much learning I get from it. I run my businesses on it. I do my YouTube on the internet. So all I'm saying is I don't need to be on my smartphone to do all these things. I can pretty much run everything off like my laptop. A lot of things like changed positively when I switched to a smartphone. So like, for example, one thing is that I was just more present, more in the moment with conversations, which is really, really good. And then also, I feel like, when you take off social media, you just already have more time. Like if you don't have social media on your smartphone, you already have more time. So I had a lot of time on my hands, like time to I love creating content. I love ideating what content can I do, which guests should I approach. So I was doing a lot of content creation versus content consumption, which is an amazing place to be. Just trying to grow your community and a YouTube channel. It's been fun. Another thing that really improved is I'm less anxious, full stop, less anxious about who's doing what holiday they've gone to, what new car they've driven, what clothes they're wearing, what shoes they're wearing. It's just I don't know. And frankly, I don't care. So it's just it's just me. And I kind of like it. I don't really need to see a constant daily reminder that people are having holidays and getting raises and getting it. It puts you in a position you're yo, what about me? And it's been really interesting. And I think for me, one of the biggest thing for me is social media has brought a lot of mental health issues. And this is something we need to realize. And I actually don't think people realize the impact that social media and even smartphones can have on a person. And for me, it's just interesting. This is the month of May and it's Mental Health Month. So yeah, just try get off those apps. They might be good. Sorry, what else was I saying? I was present, spending more time with my kids. I had a really bad habit, at the dinner table, which is it's horrendous. I'm on my smartphone. My kids are talking to me. I'm oh, okay, great. And you're on your smartphone. And I remember Nicola came to me and was like, Mommy, you are so much better when you're on your baby phone. And I'm like, girl, some feedback hits you hard. And you're like, okay, cool. That's great. I kind of feel I have a very healthy relationship with technology, and I have a really good balance of spending time with tech and without tech. And I do think at some stage the pendulum has gone too far towards technology. At some stage people will start realizing it needs to come back. It's not all been easy. It really has not been easy. I have had my challenges without having a smartphone. First of all, people just don't think you're cool. You're like, oh, why don't you have a smartphone? You're making your life complicated. You're so weird. Like, you get called all the names, and you're just like, okay, sure, thanks for your feedback. That's great. There's also the aspect of, I'm really bad with directions. Like, I love Google Maps and GPS, and I constantly get lost. Like, every day, like, I'm like, if I need to be somewhere that, if it's not part of my daily route and like where I'm going, I need to like try and figure out like how to get there. It's difficult. It's really, really difficult to get that stuff done. Another hard aspect is banking. Oh my. There's been pros and cons. I feel like I've become very financially, like I'm spending less. First of all, I'm being advertised less. I don't want to shop as much. And I kind of know like, hey, this is how much I have in cash. This is how much I have in my M-Pesa, which I don't use much because I find M-Pesa very expensive. And this is how much I have on my card. So it's made me very conscious and plan like financially, like this is where you have money and how much is in it. Another challenge, so I've talked about GPS. Oh, I never know what's going on in the world, by the way, which is fantastic. I'm like, what? The Will Smith slapped who? Oh, interesting. Like, I really have no idea what's going on. It's just like me living in this happy bubble where I'm just kind of doing my own thing and focusing on career and family and, just me, which is nice. Because sometimes I feel social media makes things a global issue. Like, not everything's a global issue. Like, people come in to tell me Black Lives Matter, put a black... I'm like, no, come on. I'm in Kenya. Like, we have deeper problems. So for me, it's just like, I don't want to know all that stuff. What's going on around me that I can make impact? Like, what's going on in the grassroots next door in my community where I can make a difference? And it's really helped with that, like, focus on... what I should focus on, which is great. I don't miss social media at all. That's something for sure. I will never go back. I'll never go back to WhatsApp. I'll never go back to like the Facebooks or the metaverse. And I'm like, well, excited about the metaverse. Me, I'm about the metaphysical. I want physical interactions and with people and connections. So I'm not like, I don't feel like I'm missing out in that aspect. Would I go back on a smartphone? I never say never. I will never go back. I'll never go back to WhatsApp. So, hey, let's just wait and see. But like, with the current person I am, I think I am definitely a better person. I'm living in the moment. And I am enjoying this. I'm really, really enjoying not having a smartphone. Someone asked me the other day if I'm an evangelist of this. Do I believe like everybody should go off a smartphone? Nah. Man, do you? I always say, like, I use this test. Is it enhancing? Is it enhancing your life? And I ask myself, is a smartphone enhancing my life? The answer is no. I don't need it. But if you do feel that it's enhancing your life, like, go for it. Stay on your smartphone. But I always say, like, try and figure out how to be. I know this digital minimalism is a thing. Like, we don't need to be connected every time. So let me know if you have any questions. If you want help with this, I actually have a website, Ditch My Smartphone website, and we can figure out how to get you off your smartphone if it's a journey that you're interested in taking. But yeah, thanks for listening. Until next time, peace.